Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the YoloPark Beast Wars Transformers 30 Years Maximals DINOBOT AMK series, which means it's cheap. It's like 30, 35 bucks, something like that. I'll check. I don't remember from when I ordered it, but these are cheap, and I love what they're doing here. I have some comments on what I would like to also see from this company, but as far as this product goes as a standalone item, it is pretty amazing. It's pretty excellent, and I do have some things to say. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It is just a big old box. Kind of. It's a very nice looking box. No window or anything. It shows the figure, shows some features and things. It's got a very, classic toy feel to it because of the features and that kind of stuff on there, so that's pretty nice. The side shows the figure some more. This shows how you have to build it, because it is technically a model kit, but it's like about 2 minutes worth of putting things together, so that's nice. Some poses and things, some features there, again, that's nice. Another shot on this side, but then we also have, which I don't quite understand why they're doing that, because they already showed you what you have to do here. You do have the flap, which shows some more, and it has that badass old artwork. Remember that? Anyway, it shows like there's an opening, and it shows this figure inside its clamshell stuff. So I don't quite get what that's for. Like, save the money from the packaging, throw a little bit more paint on the figure. We don't need to see the parts of the model kit that's not assembled. Like, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't, like, who cares? So I don't get that personally. That's a waste of money, and it should have gone towards a little bit more paint maybe or something, but regardless, it is a nice package, I guess. Okay, I don't know that model kit packages really matter that much. Hey, all you people out there who do Gunpla, do you save the boxes? I know they have cool artwork on them, but do you care? Okay, let's do this. He is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to get one, which I 100% recommend, but still watch the review. Please use my link. Okay, he stands... Let me adjust this a little bit here. He stands to the top of his noggin about 8 1/8, roughly 8 1/4, not counting the little fins at the top. Who knows how you should measure a robot exactly. Maybe the fins should count as part of his actual cranium. About 20.5 centimeters. Here he is up against good old Darwin. So we've got some real size to him, especially given the price point. That's incredible. What they're doing here is great, and I want to show you two other size comparisons. So we're going to stand him right there. We're going to move those things. The first one, I set everything so far away, is the Masterpiece Dinobot. Not that much bigger, but this one transforms and weighs about 5 times as much and has more paint and everything on it. You know, the reason I said I like what they're doing here is you get a really, really affordable entry point into collecting Beast Wars. It doesn't transform. It's not super premium, but for the price, it is phenomenal. And like I said, it's quite cheap by all standards. It's really, really nice. And then the other size comparison, I'm not going to pull out every Dinobot figure. That wouldn't really do anybody any good. I'll show you the Optimus Primal that is from the same line. So here's the thing. Officially, that's about right, size-wise. But I remember Dinobot in at least some scenes towering over Optimus. And I'm pretty sure, I didn't think to grab my other Optimus. I'm pretty sure the Masterpiece Optimus Primal is about the same size as this, which would make this a much different scaling for the Masterpiece figures. But either way, these two guys do scale well based on official heights, so maybe the whole line will scale well. I know some people already got Black Arachnia and Megatron. So far, I haven't had any luck getting samples from this company. We'll see if I can do it, because I would love to show you guys more figures sooner. We'll see. Okay, now that everything is set aside, let's just take a look at this guy, but also question of the day. Who is your favorite Beast Wars character? For me, it's obviously Dinobot, because Dinobot's one of my favorite characters, bar none, ever, of all time. I think it's such a good character, so well written. The character arc is wonderful, even up through Transmetal 2. It's just a really, really good character. And I don't think Transformers actually has a lot of good characters. I think they have a lot of cartoon characters, if you know what I mean. Like, they don't do much in terms of character development, and I think his is wonderful. Okay, let's get into this. Aesthetically, I think they pretty much nailed it. Like I said, it could use more paint. His blue is very bright and non-metallic, and things like that. It does look like it's not an expensive figure. I mean, it looks like it's more expensive than it is, but you definitely do see some remnants of the price point and the fact that it's like a cheap-ish model kit that you put together. But I think they did get quite a good amount of paint on this guy throughout. It certainly looks good enough, without a doubt. But I would like to see it just a little bit cleaned up and a little bit less packaging going forward. That'd be my thing. The only thing that stands out to me on this guy is they put zero effort into making his ankles look like ankles. They actually just look like, I don't know, like joints. I mean, that's what they are, but you know, you can sculpt them. They don't have to look like there's nothing there, so it looks quite weird if you focus on them, but if you don't, it's fine. But like every other joint looks fine. It doesn't stand out, those do. So it's a little bit weird, but generally, overall, he looks really, really nice. Proportions are nice. It's good. It is really, really good, and I am thrilled with it. Maybe his head is a touch big. He was always top heavy. He's always been broad and somewhat stumpy, given the raptor proportions that he has. But, you know, maybe they could refine it a little bit, but man, it looks great. It looks so, so good. But here's what I want to say. Because this is an entry point type of thing, it's a relatively inexpensive but really good for the money thing, I'd like to see them do a higher end batch of figures as well. That would be great. I would like to see like the AMK Pro stuff. I'd like to see a batch of Beast Wars from that, and I doubt they're going to compete with themselves in that way, but maybe they will after this line is done. That'd be awesome for me. But these are phenomenal. Looks great for the price point. For the aesthetic, I'm going to go 9.5 out of 10. I wish the blue wasn't a bright baby blue and a little bit more metallic, but otherwise it looks pretty damn nice. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get the spinning tail accessory. This really shows the model kit nature of it. It's very cheap looking. So again, that packaging doesn't need to be as expensive as it is. And then the sword is just dark purple. You know, it should be just chrome. Some people will argue for the pink. I am 100% against it, and I have watched Beast Wars enough times, and even recently, to know that it is chrome. It is only chrome, but dark purple is certainly not right, so that's a bit of a bummer. For the faces, we have interchangeable face plates, including eyes, and a laser blast. I don't like the laser blast because it's opaque green gloss, and it just looks cheap. Translucent. And then also adding the blast at the end of it, I don't get that at all. Maybe they did that so that it wasn't pointy and easily broken, I don't know, but to me that laser blast is worthless. So accessory-wise, it's not exactly impressive. For the price point, getting anything is impressive, but they aren't actually that good. They'll do, but they aren't that good. So I'll say, because of the price point, 7 out of 10, but they definitely could do better with like the tail thing, which I'm pretty sure the tail should have some of that pinker color on it too, that light tannish color. I could be wrong about that, but definitely on the inside it shouldn't be just brown. And the lasers suck. Okay, so let's get into the articulation, because this guy is essentially an action figure, so let's see if he can action. He does have a head that moves. It's okay. The way his chin sticks down, it gets in the way a lot. There's not a lot they can do about that, so I will say that that is good enough. It will do. Now, the weird thing about this guy is he does have the ability to open his mouth a little, and I don't know, like, why is it only a little, and why does it open in the first place? Because we already have interchangeable mouth plates, but also they only put a little bit of black behind it, so I just don't know what's going on here. Why does the mouth do I can't get it to stay open. I don't know, maybe mine's defective, but why does it even open? Because we have mouth plates. Or different face plates. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's it. That's all I can say. For the shoulders, we do get a butterfly joint, and this chest piece just moves all around on a double hinge to get out of the way for posability, so that's nice. But you do get your butterfly joint, which is really nice. It's not exactly the best looking thing ever. On a Beast Wars Transformer, you can get away with a lot, though. That's fine. Polygons for days. That's okay with me. Actually, it's fewer polygons, so visible polygons is what I should have said. Anyway, the butterfly is actually really nice. The shoulder rotates. This orange part rotates with it, which is exactly how they should have done it. That's smart. And then, of course, you have your full range out of the actual shoulder. No issue there. Bicep swivel. No issue there. So far, this guy's firing on all cylinders, other than that weird mouth situation, which I just don't get. Double jointed elbow, not the best looking. Again, you could definitely excuse it away, and it's functional, so that's fine. The wrists, this does bug me quite a bit. We get what looks like a ball hinge in there, but unfortunately, it's not. It only rotates on this end and has this hinge, which is not the right hinge for a sword-holding character. That really bothers me because there's no reason for it to be that way. You don't need him to do this. Nobody holds a sword and goes, You do this. Whatever. So that's super frustrating. There's no good way for him to actually like pose with his sword with this joint. So that really sucks. I don't care what the price point is. It wouldn't have cost more to just design that correctly. So that blows. The fingers are hinged, which is nice. One big hinge. I mean, each one's individual, but no like knuckles. It's just the one big joint. And the peg holder obviously is there. Does it come off? Good question. Let's see. It didn't come off in the box, but maybe you can do it. Yeah, you can. So that's nice. I like that a whole bunch. But I still don't like the fact that you can't hold his sword correctly. That's so infuriating. Because that's like his thing, is holding the sword. Okay, we covered this, we covered this. His lower torso, it moves. It's mostly just going to swivel. It technically can do other stuff. Even in here, his diaphragm joint, let's pull this all the way out and give it all the opportunity in the world. It's there. It's like for adjustment posing, but not much. Not really much of anything. But you do get this, which lets him lean forward as long as you lift the nose up. He can lean forward a little bit, so that's okay. You're probably not going to really use it, though. Maybe for a pose or two, but his torso is not exactly the highlight of the figure. But it is there, and it does have a torso. All right, for the hips, these are kind of nice. If you like drop-downs, he actually has drop-downs, which will help for posability because of these things for sure, so that's all right. But you get your thigh swivel with this piece moving with it. And then you can bring the legs all the way out to the side if you use the drop-down. So maybe not all the way, but pretty close. Pretty good range, and then all the way forward as well. This guy poses plenty well, and all the joints so far are nice and stiff. I haven't run into any issues with this guy. My Primal, though, on the other hand, has quite a lot of loose joints. So there's your thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, single joint there. The bottom joint doesn't have as much range. The main lifting is being done at the top joint, but it's definitely going to be enough. Like, he doesn't need to get into a Spider-Man pose, though he was kind of flexible in the show. I think everybody was pretty flexible in the show. The knee pads have a little bit of wiggle. I don't know that they're actually supposed to move. So I'm going to say those don't technically move, but they do wiggle, probably just because of assembly. Okay, and then for the ankles that they did not bother to try to make look like anything other than ankles. We don't have the best forward and back range. It'll do. Side to side is phenomenal. And then you have a toe hinge, which is good enough. So yeah, it's not a perfect figure by any means, but for the price point, holy crap, it is a crazy good for the price point. And so like a $30, $35 figure is not going to be perfect when it looks like this. Like, you're already getting way more for your money. I think people often confuse me pointing out problems as saying it shouldn't be there no matter what. That's not the case. You still need to know what it can do. Like if I buy a Chevy Malibu and I say, well, it can't hit 200, that's reasonable, but it can't. So if you need to know what it can do, that's a feature. It doesn't go 200. This guy doesn't have all of the features of a Ferrari. It has the features of a Chevy Malibu, but actually more like, I don't know, a nice Mustang. I say Mustang because we don't want to go too high up there. It's not that nice. But I'm going to get comments, I know. You get what I'm saying, I hope. It's a lot for your money. It is not some kind of perfect fancy figure, but it is fancy for what it is. I'll give the articulation an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. And the wrist really bothers me, though. Being a sword holder, he should have the other range. And then it's time for the final verdict. Absolutely love what they're doing with this line. This figure is wonderful. What a great thing for the Beast Wars franchise to have a lower priced entry point that's not a cheap Transformers figure. Even the Takara ones don't look good like this in robot mode. For the actual like regular Transformers, the Generations or whatever figures. So this competes with Masterpiece in terms of looks and shelf display ability, but it's $30 or whatever dollars. It doesn't transform, be aware of that, but boy does it look nice. I'm thrilled with this. I love it. This may end up, I doubt it. Well, it depends if they complete the whole roster. If they complete the roster, this will replace the Masterpiece figures in my display. If they're even close to scale. For now, the Masterpiece still looks better, but this is a damn good release. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to give it a 9 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 for the price point. Really, really nice. But that's it for me. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.